Greetings, students at large. My name is Mondis Tole and I represent TASO. TASO was registered on the 2017. As TASO, we were able to achieve in assisting students applying and in assisting students registering, especially first years. As TASO, we were able to assist seniors in financial exclusion and academical exclusion. As TASO, we were able to cater for students with coffee while they are studying their exam. As TASO, we were able to make events in residence through COVID-19 rules and regulations. Currently in TUT eMalahleni campus, we are facing the issue of N+2. As TASO, we are willing to assist each and every student who is suffering from this N+2. As TASO, we are willing to assist students who are suffering from high fee increment in accommodation. And as TASO, we will make sure that we bring companies around campus to assist students with training. And as TASO, we acquire SRC governance and student policies in our vision that no student must be left behind. Thank you. As a submarine.
Greetings to the students of eMalahleni TUT campus. I go by the name of Victor Hlakudi, a confident candidate, SRC candidate of the EFF Student Command here in TUT eMalahleni. Today I'm going to be outlining to the students as to why they should vote for the EFF and what is the EFF. The EFF is a political student movement that is autonomously related to the EFF as its motherboard. And since the EFF has arrived in this institution, we have set a tone of accountability and enticed the students of eMalahleni with a revolutionary spirit. The EFF, since its arrival, the following are the achievements of the EFF since its arrival. With the Sisofunda Ngengani campaign, the EFF has ensured that the increment of first year's intake so that our first years could not turn back due to issues of space or anything like that. The Isizofunda Ngengani campaign of the EFF Student Command has also ensured that the students that were funded by NSFAS but yet did not have the 1.5 token pay into the institution, since we know what the institution has been giving them challenges. The Isizofunda Ngengani campaign has assisted them into making sure that they get registered successfully without paying anything. The EFF Student Command has also ensured through the Isizofunda Ngengani campaign that the students that are unfairly unblocked and being said that they were financially excluded, we have fought for those students so that they can come back to the system without having to pay anything as well, because we know still the institution gives the students problems when it comes to issues of registering. You'd find that when you come to register, you are told to be unblocked and then you have to pay a certain amount so that you can register. The EFF Student Command has always protected the interests of the students in ensuring that academically our students are fine, emotionally our students are fine, and the EFF Student Command has set a tone of providing sanitary towels on a monthly basis to the female students, because we believe that female students can not only receive free condoms, they must also receive sanitary towels. And then the EFF, since its inception into the institution, has only won elections in 2019, specifically here in eMalahleni, where we took the presidential candidate. And then in our administration as the EFF Student Command, these are the following things that we've accomplished. The EFF Student Command has accomplished the increment of number of residences from a number of 2 to a number of 6. The EFF has ensured that there is circulation of buses among the residences so that the students can travel safely and without any fear. And then the EFF has always been there, as we know, or it is the vanguard of the students and the vanguard of the people and also the vanguard of the employees. These are the things that the EFF is willing to do for students when it gets when it wins elections for the academic year of 2021. The EFF will ensure that there's a 24 hours library functioning even during the time of COVID, so that the students can study freely. And also we are going to ensure that the margin of students that are going to be in the library must be increased, since the institution is now refusing access of library to the students. The EFF will also ensure that there's a 24 hours fully equipped clinic into the campus, so that the students cannot only be sabotaged in this public hospitals. They must also be taken care of and catered into a very fully functional academic clinic. And then the EFF also will fight to ensure that there are nurses that are deployed or medical practitioners that are deployed into the several residencies that are existing in our current state, so that all the students that are facing issues that require medical attention or immediate medical attention can get help as soon as possible. Since we know students are dying in residences and things are happening in residences, and also due to several reasons, because of lack of these medical practitioners, we end up having students being victimized and not being attended to medically. The EFF Student Command will also ensure that, since they've introduced a concept of TUT as a third income stream here in our institution, we are going to fight to ensure that TUT hires our students, specifically the graduates that are in need of practicals. The third income stream must accommodate those margin of students. Again, the EFF has identified issues that students have been facing and no one is attending to, like issues of N+2, like issues of students who were rejected funding simply because they took a gap year, while we know it's not their fault. Those students were supposed to be funded because they did not have access to an institution of higher learning, and that is not the problem of the students. Then now, why is the students have to be victimized for such a thing? So the EFF is going to fight to ensure that we are not going to be having students who took gap years but yet are rejected funding because they never went to an institution of higher learning the previous years. So as I submarine, I would like to say that it is within the right of each and every student of TUT eMalahleni to toss his vote. And we are saying that make the right choice and toss the vote to the EFF Student Command, as it is the vigorous vanguard of the students. Thank you.
Greetings to branch executive members, loyal members of SASCO, the whole TUT family. I greet you all. My name is Bususo Ntaga, the chairperson of SASCO. The South African Student Congress is one of the biggest student movements in Africa. It organizes students of higher learning institutions into striving for the transformation of institutions of higher learning and provide a non-racial and non-sexist environment. SASCO promotes the variety of residencies, and we are saying that there is no students that can be ambushed and told that you are not allowed to reside in a residence that you want. We are only against the pricing of the residences because the students, they are the ones who chose those residences, not the management. We are doing everything in our powers to solve the issues of pricing, which includes writing to the mayor because the students that are being robbed by the university and TUT. SASCO promotes academic excellence, which is why we implemented a program called SASCO Fundanat, which aims to improve and assist the students academically. We are also aware of what is happening lately in Corridor Hills, and we are strongly against that GPV that is happening. From the chairperson of SASCO, I urge all the students to vote SASCO, which is the only capable and glorious student movement in eMalahleni. SASCO leads, SASCO serves, and SASCO delivers. I thank you.
Greetings to fellow students. My name is Pila Pramtin Duma, the current chairperson of PASMA. My task is easy. I'm here to deliver a manifesto for the Pan-Africanist Student Movement of Azania. The PASMA was formed and founded on the 89th of June 1989, mainly for purposes that we as students were subjected to a brain-damaging education system imposed upon us, realizing that our suffering is not accidental, but it designed machinery to produce a capitalist labor force, and having realized that the student struggle is an integral part to national liberation struggle. The student movement was mainly formed for it to be understood as a rallying and uniting force guided by dialectical materialism, African nationalism, socialism, and continental unity. PASMA was mainly formed to address the issues of student struggle in South Africa. It was formed that the African student must be organized and be mobilized under the banner of Africanism and for advancement of socialist struggle and establishment of an Africanist socialist, democratic socialist education, which will symbolize the destruction of white supremacy, neocolonialism, and capitalism and imperialism. Our motto is to mobilize, educate, strive for socialist education. PASMA has various objectives, which I will speak about them. Number one is to rally and unite the disposed African students of Azania under the banner of liberatory ideology of Pan-Africanism. Number two, to heighten the national consciousness of African students in national struggle for self-determination and self-reliance. Number three is to organize, educate, and lead students in their struggles, which form part of the integral worker struggle for realization of a socialist society. Number four is to work tirelessly for the final destruction of imperialism, capitalism, and neocolonialism. Number five is to engage students in programs which endeavor to fulfill the aims and objectives of the movement to attain a socialist education. Number six, it is to work to educate the student to embrace a vanguard role and workers present in a national struggle. Number seven, it is to promote the principle of education and liberation. Number eight, it is to encourage students to initiate and participate collectively in community projects, to build and develop a sense of social responsibility, leadership qualities among students. And lastly, to establish fraternal relations with progressive student movement and political movement in Azania and the rest of the world, just like what we are doing in this campus to collide with progressive student movement like SASCO and the likes. What we are promising to achieve on the campus, number one is free registration, free application fee, to pursue the electrical department to make resources available and to offer P1 and P2 to all students, to pursue the university to offer 1 meal per day for disadvantaged students and students without NSFAS. Lastly, to make it a requirement that the university should consume a student who are performing well and give them permanent jobs within the system of the university. In closing, I would like to remark on the words said by Prof. Sobukwe, our father, that true leadership demands complete subjugation of self, absolute honesty, integrity, and upright of character, courage, fearlessness, and above all, a consuming love for one's people. Vote PASMA on the 14th to the 16th of September. Africa is related.
Greetings in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I greet you from the Student Christian Organization TUT eMalahleni branch. The Student Christian Organization is a multicultural, Christocentric, socio-political organization that has been in the forefront of students' issues. It is fully registered and it contests to deploy SRCs on campus, the only structure that is student-oriented. Ours is to reach students and deliver them from whatever issues they are facing on campus, either academically, socially, politically, or even mentally. SCO cares for its constituency and the entire university at large. Ours in these upcoming elections is to ensure that we restore the dignity and integrity of student leaders and the students in particular. We are pleading and appealing to all students to join the biggest student movement and student family in TUT eMalahleni campus. First things first, we are going to quote the former president deployed by the organization by the name of Tim Ukele when he says, "You are labeled a fool when you speak of an idea in which its time has not yet arrived." It is in those words where we find ourselves as the organization, because the visions we have towards the students and the goals we want to achieve for our people are clear, and I'm going to stipulate them now underneath. First things first, we are saying we are going to push to ensure that we have a strike-free campus here in TUT eMalahleni. We have noted the disadvantages of strikes. First things first, the university does not have a proper recovery plan after a student protest. Secondary to that, it takes away some mental aspects from our students because they suffer mentally after each and every protest. So we are saying we're going to deploy leaders who are willing and leaders who are intellectuals who are going to table issues on the table with management rather than resorting to the gates. The streets are the last resort. We should not, at first glance of a problem, resort to the streets. So we're going to have leaders who are going to ensure that they table these issues and ensure that they come up with fresh and new ideas to lead our people and ensure that they deliver them from whatever issue they are facing on campus. This is also going to contribute in ensuring that our students have enough and ample time to focus on their academics, which is the first objective of the institution, which is to preach for academic excellence. Secondary to that, we also want to plead to our people not to forsake our vision and goal and our generational mission as the millennials, which is free quality decolonized education. How are we going to achieve that? What we are going to do is that even whenever you do something, you need to start it small, bit by bit. You cannot achieve this thing at once. So this is a generational mission where all of which we are saying, we are going to start by ensuring that the university scraps off the 14 rand that we pay for academic records. This is in pursuit of the bigger vision, the bigger goal, which is free quality decolonized education. Through this, we're going to ensure that first things first, it can be the 14 rand for academic transcript. Secondary to that, it can be the proof of registration, which you pay 10 rand for on campus, which then can lead to us scrapping off the 240 rand of application fee for our new students, because it is our right to study. What if we would not have this money to have access to education? Third of that, we are saying we are in the People's University, where its motto, it states that we empower students. We are calling on the university to start empowering us from within, because we have seen our graduates, they're outside there, they lack employment. We are calling the university to come up with programs that are going to create employment and absorb our graduates, because we believe they are well-rounded graduates rather than bookworms who arrived in the university to study only and pass. A wise man once said, your best time and worst time should be in varsity. If it is not there, it means you've never been there. So we are saying the university should come with programs that are going to ensure that our people get hired, our students get employment within the university, or the university must create employment external and create relations. For instance, in eMalahleni, we are having, eMalahleni Witbank is considered as the economic hub of South Africa. Most mines are here. Most companies are here in Witbank. The university should establish relations with all these companies to offer to our students in-service training, offer them employment when necessary. We are calling on the institution to start implementing that as soon as yesterday. We are saying as the Student Christian Organization that slow progress is still progress. We have seen that our students are suffering from the current leadership and we cannot allow it to continue. We are saying entrust us in these upcoming elections as we are going to ensure that we deliver you from whatever that you are facing. Lastly, We're calling on all students, we're appealing and pleading to all students to participate in all the programs within the institution. Programs as your SGNLD leadership structures, your top junior programs, your Mr. and Miss, to ensure that they develop, because we also care about the mental state of our students. We have what we call SDS. Students must also have files, visit regularly, so that they ensure that they are psychologically fit and their mental state is always at best within the institution. This is also going to ensure that it covers our goal to ensure that we produce well-rounded graduates, people who are going to be able to work in teams, people who are going to be able to speak in front and represent the brand of TUT entirely. As I close, I'm saying, let us vote for the SCO and trust the SCO in these upcoming elections. Hashtag SCO ngumfowethu, SCO total takeover. Let us bring back glory to TUT eMalahleni. Thank you.